Welcome to the last wine of the Nebbiolo flight. So this is our next and final wine. Corte di Cama, Sforzato di Valtellina, 2011, by Mamete Prevostini. Like I said before, I'm super excited about having this wine. I've been dying to try Sforzato for so long. To think that there's a wine out there made from nebbiolo that tastes different than Amarone, but made in a similar way is so exciting to me. So the drying of grapes on straw mats happens mostly for Amarone production, but also for Vinsanto. And sometimes they hang the grapes, but it's still involving dried grapes. And there's not many dry wines out there, dry meaning lacking sugar, that use this technique because it's very difficult, and it also there's a lot of spoilage can happen, a lot of deterioration, and only the best and most pristine withered grapes are used in these wines. So in these wines, it needs to be 90% nebbiolo. In this case, it's 100% nebbiolo. It has to be aged for at least 20 months with 12 months in barrel. This one is aged 18 months. Starting with malolactic fermentation, it's put into French oak, sits for 18 months, and then it ages for 10 months in bottle. Now, I know that's not exactly what the regulations state, but I guess because it's 28 months, it's all right. We won't get into that. Anyway, so this one is super fun. It's a 2011. So 2011 was quite a hot year. These wines have to, by law, be over 14% alcohol, and this one's 15%. So let's see. When I first tasted it, I thought, wow, okay, this one is tasting like there's a lot of age on it. And I did decant this for about 2 hours. So we'll see if it improved it or if it stayed the same, or maybe it just, it's deteriorated. And that'll suck because I keep pumping up this wine, and it makes sense that I would just decant it for an experiment and then ruin my experience of it. But let's see. So when I first opened it, I had a lot of aromas of olive juice, brininess, savoriness. On the palate, there was sweet licorice, there was prunes, raisins, sauerkraut. It was super cool. So now I'm getting like musty and black plum. No, it definitely improved. It's so good. Oh, wow. So kind of that briny, salty, aged-esque flavor kind of dissipated. Like it's still there, but now I'm getting other things. I can tell that there's French oak now. It's a little bit of vanilla, just a hint. And it's super smooth. The tannins, I didn't even notice. The acidity is there, but it's kind of just holding the weight of the intensity of the flavor of this. And also, that's just part of what Nebbiolo is. So you'd expect some acidity. So there's a lot of dried fruit character. A little bit of orange rind too. It's almost getting into like Portland, but it's a dry wine. Again, of course it's going to taste a little raisinated because it's gone through 2 months of withering on straw mats. I love this. This would go great with venison, with roasted meats, with anything charred, and maybe like charred octopus, grilled octopus would be awesome with this. It's debatable whether this would be too overpowering because of all those dried flavors and characters, but it's actually light. It's full-bodied in the lushness of it, but it's light going down. And for a 15% alcohol wine, that's a crazy feat. This is super good. All right, I need to just, end this now and drink because yum. If you ever have a chance to try Sforzato di Valtellina, please do so. And I forgot to mention, I do have a map for you. If you'd like to see where in Italy these regions are, they're kind of all concentrated in the northwestern section, but I'll post it here. Voila. So this one is from Lombardia, and that was the most east of the three regions we focused on. The first wine, La Cuva, was from Valle d'Aosta, which is nestled between Switzerland and France. Just below that is Piemonte, and that's where you'll find the declassified Barolo Reserva. And then east of that is Lombardia, and that's where you're going to find the DOCG of Sforzato di Valtellina. I hope you had fun. Nebbiolo is very hard for beginners. It's very hard to understand on the palate, and then it's even harder to understand when it comes to all the regulations, all the Barolo communes, all the different areas that make Nebbiolo in different styles, and the fact that it's truly a grape that's concentrated in one particular area in the world. Even though it's made in other areas, many can argue that the best of the best, well, they don't argue, the best of the best Nebbiolo is from northwestern Italy. Anyway, I digress. Try some awesome Nebbiolo, Alpine style, Piemonte, Barolo, Barbaresco. Then you can get into Langhe Nebbiolo, which we didn't talk about. Check out the other videos if you haven't seen them. And next week, I will be introducing my new section called Somm Stories. And that is where I'll just do little, snippets of fun adventures that I've had in the wine business, and I'm going to focus on stories that are things I think people who aren't in the business will be interested in. So check me out there. There's a playlist at the bottom of my YouTube channel, and please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. The videos are going to continue to get better. I have a friend who's helping me out to figure out how to do this filming thing, and if I can get that in order, then I think I'll be doing pretty well, and hopefully you'll enjoy the videos more. All right, thank you. See you later.